So, hello all, welcome to the Jolly Studio. Today we have a special guest with us, the founder of Pixonic, Nikhil. We are grateful to have you at our show and thanks for joining us, Nikhil.
Thanks, Nimish. Thank you for inviting me.
So, first of all, before moving into the interview, I would like to know something about Nikhil, like
Sure,
what was the journey till now and how did you manage to get over here? So, I just wanted to have a brief about you.
sure. I'll definitely let you know. My journey actually consists of both smooth and bumpy ride. I had my own personal few ups and downs. While growing up, I had three role models in my life: my dad, my uncle, and my grandfather. And I tried my best to take all their best qualities and implement them in my personal life. So, which really helped me a lot actually in my life, personal and professional both. And that made me who I am right now. And my in 2005, my professional journey started when I started my diploma in advertising and digital media. So where I learned about designing and animation both. And then I did my specialization course in VFX. And from there, my professional journey as a creative and motion graphic designer started. I did a couple of jobs before I started working as a freelance creative designer. I worked as a freelance creative designer for around 5 to 6 years. And while I was working as a freelance designer, the technology and the field was developing because that time Android started booming, applications were coming up. So in the designing, you needed UI and UX designing with like started to boom up and started coming up. So that time I developed my skills as a competent UI UX designer. And after uh, developing my skills, I started a job in an IT company where I was leading a creative team. In the while working there, I was designing UI designs for the applications. I was checking on the quality of the look and feel about the this thing application, and they used to use 3D models and 3D videos for their AR VR applications. So that time I used to check the quality of that also because I was handling the creative team. And while working on that, I was make sure before finalizing the project, I used to go through all elements and just I used to give them the thumbs up. Then only it was finalizing the project. And while working there, I was closely working with the development team because as I was checking the finalization of the application, I was working closely with the development team. So there, I actually gained a lot of knowledge and experience about the application development process. I used to design and the whole development process, what the developers do, what they need, and how much time they take for particular coding and all. I learned all that from while working there. And after that, after gaining the knowledge and experience for the development process, and with my expertise, as I was expert in creative designing, I planned and successfully executed my long-awaited dream of starting my own company, Pixonic. And from there, that's my journey till Pixonic. How I went from learning to building my own company.
So, you were into a corporate, then this idea came upon of starting your own venture. So
Yes,
the
right.
next question comes here, like you have an idea. How did you implemented it and what are the difficulties which you faced in the beginning?
So I will go ahead. I will tell you when actually the idea started. The idea actually first came into my mind in 2007. That was way long back. And I was that time I was I just completed my diploma. I just completed my specialization course. And there I had my friends that time we were working as a team on small projects in classes in the institute and all. So that time we had an idea to start our own setup and create an animation studio and a creative studio. in 2007, 2008. That was our planning. That was our dream. But due to some personal priorities, you can say, or personal reasons, and we were totally dependent on each other because I was into creative. My couple of friends were doing animation. One was doing. He knew little bit of coding. So that time, we were actually dependent on each other, and due to priorities and all, we couldn't give that much time or initiate the idea. Even if we had planned and all, but we couldn't initiate and execute the idea. So we couldn't set up that time. So for a long time, we all were working, and I was doing my I was doing as a freelancer. Then I started working in an IT firm. So there I learned about it. But finally, in 2018, that is, I will say, after I got married in 2017 in December. Yes, I got married and after that, I was very much bored of 9 to 5 job because from 2007 the idea was popping up to make your own company, start your own setup, build up your own firm. It was all going on. So after getting married and all, I I told my wife that I have this plan with me which I want to execute and all. So that time she supported me a lot. She told me to go ahead because when you start a startup, it's very much your payment stops. You can't have a payment properly. Your salary stops. Then that time she financially also helped me a lot. She told me, "You go ahead with your dreams. I will support you." And because starting a setup and thinking that you will start earning right away, that is not possible.
Like you had an idea, you worked on it, like this zest of idea which you had way back in 2008, I guess, right? And implemented it in 2018.
Yes.
So that is very good. Like you had an idea, you worked on it, but still, what are the problems which you face? Like we have an idea, we implemented it. Now here comes the problem or the phase where we sometimes find stepping back. So what were the problems which you faced at that moment of time?
As I told you, we were working as a team. That time we were totally dependent on each other. And after everyone had their own priorities and own personal reasons, we couldn't execute that plan. And after that, it was as we were totally dependent on each other. So I was alone, who started working as a freelancer, and it was like I haven't given the name, but I was working alone. But that time it was very much difficult for me to alone to go ahead and take on new clients or new projects because as a team I was lacking. So I thought that I'll develop my skills further and I will take my chances a little bit later on, but I will surely definitely take my chance to start my own setup. And while working on that, I had a lot of phases because there was no one at the start to UI UX design. So that time, that developing that skill was very much difficult, and everyone in the creative company and all, they were asking for that skill. So I checked YouTube videos and I was checking blogs and all, and from that I learned how the icons where I can use those icons. I knew how to create an icon, but where to use it properly, which icon is used for particular option. So that I learned on myself. I developed those skills, and then after learning the process and all, I thought I should go ahead with it now because I have the idea of the coming up technology because AR and VR is like a future. Still, it is been developing in India, but lots of clients are not going for it because it's cost you a little extra from what normal application costs you. So that is difficulty still now because people are not ready to pay, but they want the upgraded technology. So giving them the that element, that particular factor, that is still an like challenge right now also.
So there's a story with each and every moment when we start an entrepreneurial journey. So like
Yes.
the name which you had, like what's the is there any sort of story behind the name Pixonic, or like how did it came
Yes,
up?
actually, there's a story. As I said, it was in 2007. And the name was also founded that time only. We had a list of particular 50 to 55 names we had created, and so accordingly we were going. The name is dedicated to my best friend who died in an accident, but he was my best friend, and he wanted to open a web development company named Sonic, with the name of Sonic, and he wanted me as a partner. It was our school dream. When we were in school that time, he had that dream, and when after that, unfortunately, he died in an accident. But when we were starting, planning to start a studio and all, that time we were coming up with an idea. So I wanted the Sonic name to be there in my company name. No matter what, I wanted that Sonic name to be there. So we came up with a couple of ideas. So we divided the pixels. So we took a pixel from pix from pixels, and then we added Sonic. But usual Sonic name comes with C. But my friend suggested that you are the planner, you are the initiator of this particular group and all. So we should add Nick from Nikhil. So that it came with Pix Sonic. So that's the story, and I always dedicated this name to my best friend, Omkar.
So you
So that's
already, yeah, so you already had the aspiration of starting a venture from your school days, back to your school days.
yes,
So
yes,
you were
right.
like totally
That time it was
dedicated.
in web development. Yes,
Okay, okay. Like you were all concentrated, like you have a point and you have to reach that target no matter what happens.
yes, no matter what.
Yes. So like you had an idea, you executed it, you like made it possible. Now comes the team. Like how did you manage to get a team and team members for your venture?
I'm an entrepreneur, and in the beginning, when I started the firm. I wanted I recalled my friends which were with me at the start of my professional journey. I connected with them and I told them that I'm starting this firm and I would like to have all the services which are available, which we can introduce and which we can provide all the services to the clients with quality. So that time I connected with my friends, my group, and that time I asked them to join me as my partners on a project basis. So that time I myself was doing the creative work and I was doing the marketing to get more clients and all. So I was doing all that. My wife Neha supported me she was handling all the accounts and the admin work for my company. Then Viraj was there who was developing websites. Prasad and Pankaj were looking after animation work. Ushma was helping me with digital marketing work. And Akshay was developing applications and he's still the technical head of my company. And Tarang, my school friend, he helped me with an office space. He had one office to be rented. He gave it to me at a lower cost. That time he helped me a lot. And then my mom, my uncle, and my sister were my investors in my company. So these are all the people who helped me build my company portfolio, help me to take off my company, and I will always be grateful to them. I will always be thankful to them to give me the support at that initial stage, which is the most needed from every aim. And now we have a team of 8 employees: designer, developers, digital marketer, creative designer. So we have a team of 8 employees, and we are working together as a team, and we are trying to grow more in this particular field. And
So this journey,
as I
yeah.
and as I am into development also and the technology and creative also, so I usually call myself as my company as a creative and technology driven organization.
Yeah, because you have all the team members over there who are specialists or who are assigned to each and every task. They just wanted to have it.
Yes.
So
Right.
you run a great company, you have an idea, but still like entrepreneurship journeys are full of ups and downs. It's never constant. So there are always some ups and downs in this journey. So is there any sort of battery down moment which you thought like after that moment you ever wished like you ever regretted like why did I started this and I should have not gone with this. So was there any sort of battery down moment with you?
There were battery down moments, but there is not a single time I thought that I shouldn't have started. It was like long time I had wanted to do this, and I have done that. So I am trying to be positive, and I never got not a single time I got the thought that I shouldn't have started this company. I shouldn't have this thing. So it's like I always wanted to start, and I still continue doing this for a long time. And the down moment was in a lockdown last year when suddenly the lockdown came. That time I had a couple of projects lined up. I had done the meetings. I had done lots of worked hard on getting those clients and all. I had gone to for meetings couple of times. So my time was there. I did a traveling. I spent my time. I spent my energy. So those and after the lockdown, suddenly the sudden lockdown came. No one was expecting that, and that time the I had couple of projects coming up, and that time due to this pandemic and this situation, they suddenly stopped taking stop the project because as an I was a startup and I used to do from branding till web designing. I do everything till application. So my main target was startup, another startup companies like fashion startups, otherwise some other startups. So that was my whole area, and that time only whole startups started coming. Like they took a step back. They are like, once it gets over, we will then. So initially, at the start of the pandemic, it was very much because I had planned according to those three projects. So that time it kind of hit back. It was a major setback that all of a sudden I didn't do any other project because of those three projects, and everything just stopped. So that first 3 months it was too much difficult. April, May, and June.
So your dedication helped you to stick to the point or stick to the venture which you had started after, like once you wished of it when you were in your school, and now you are into that venture. So your dedication was the thing which led you towards this thing.
Yes, right.
So in this journey of this journey of ups and downs, you had many things which you ever wanted or something which you never wanted. So according to this, do you ever believe or do you still believe in law of attraction and manifestation? Like, did you ever thought of something and it suddenly happened?
Yes, I will say yes. I believe in that because being calm and being positive was in my thinking and in my action also. It was the thing that helped me a lot because as I said, this pandemic, last pandemic, it was very much all of a sudden the client stopped. All of a sudden the project stopped. I had couple of projects in my hand which were going on, but it was supposed to be sustained for 2 to 3 months. So it was too much at that particular moment. It was very much at that in the month of April. It was very much like difficult for me to handle the situation or anything because I was not able to go out. There were no meetings going on. There were no one was meeting, and the work from home also was not too much. It has just started, so everything was not organized. So the meetings with the clients or the directors of the particular company, which one I was targeting and all, it was too much difficult to connect with them because all this Zoom meeting and all it started a little bit later on after the May. I think from the since May it started properly. But the first month it was too much difficult. But luckily, during this pandemic, after a couple of months, that I said, March, April, May, June. At the end of June, I when we were struggling and I was trying So very hard to connect more new clients and all. And my old friend had worked with before, she connected me with her company. Her company name is Capital Foods. So their brands are Chings and Smith and Jones. That is very big brands. Ching sauces, Ching masala, Smith and Jones. So she connected me with that company, and luckily I was able to crack that contract with them. And in that pandemic, the best thing happened to me was that I got that projects with started working with Capital Foods. I was designing web banners, all the advertisements of jeans, then Smith and Jones, then developing the web banners, their advertising, print advertising work. It started all coming. So that was the positive thing after getting the battery down. That was the battery recharging moment in my pandemic situation. So just the first 3 4 months after the pandemic, it was difficult, but I tried. I was able to manage everything and get my company back on track in like a couple of months later on.
So you had great battery down as well as battery recharge movement as well.
Yes, and that too in the span of like 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, because we generally say like good. The best thing about bad time is it never stays. It just pass on. So here's an
Yes.
like a real life example like what is it all about and how it does. So my next question come here is that like most of the people right now think like they should try their hands on into entrepreneurship. So initially,
Sure.
as being an entrepreneur, everyone faces rejection in their lives. So what is that message which you want to give to the new entrepreneurs before starting their entrepreneurship journey? And what is the message about rejection which they will be facing in the initial days of their entrepreneurship journey?
I would like to go with the rejection first. The rejection will keep on coming. It's not like it won't happen. You just don't feel lost or feel bad about that rejection. You learn from it where you went wrong while pitching your idea, while pitching your marketing plan, where you went wrong. Learn from that experience, work on it, and keep working on yourself. And you will get the next project definitely because you are working on those points which you missed on the in the first meeting. So I'll tell them, "Okay, don't feel bad or feel lost out in the rejection. Just keep working on yourself." And my message for the young entrepreneurs and emerging entrepreneurs will be calm and be positive about trust in yourself, work hard, and believe in yourself. And then everything will fall in places when the time is right. It will definitely come to you. Just you have to be positive and believe in
Yeah.
yourself.
Patience and perseverance are the two things which one should keep in every race of life, no matter whether you are a professional or an entrepreneur. You should have these two qualities with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Even if you are
you,
doing a job, even if you are doing a, you are an entrepreneur,
yeah,
even if you have a big firm
yeah.
of people of 500, 600 people working for you, still you have to be positive, you have to be calm, you have to be patient, and you have to believe in yourself. And that is the way where everything will come up. Because entrepreneur and being a business owner, it's not just about being a boss, it's about being a leader. You need to get your team, you need to grow, make sure that your team is growing. Because when your team will grow, your business will grow.
Yeah, that is right. Like we should all follow these things and have these qualities. So here comes my next question to you. Like everyone has a success mantra with them. So what was that success mantra which you follow from bringing your this venture from the beginning or from the initial scratch to the place at which it is right now?
I will say that success is a journey. It's not a one stop. It is a journey. As long as you are alive, the success is you will keep on living. And even if something happens to you, success will keep on going on. So success is a journey. It's not like a one stop journey. It will keep on living with you. So as a success is a journey, you keep learning, keep learning positive things, keep learning about yourself, be confident about yourself, and always believe in yourself, which will help you grow. That's my success.
Yeah. So from being a professional, you chose to quit that job and start your own venture. So like how did this your life change from the corporate thing to the entrepreneurship. Like, what was the changes which you have noticed after entering into this entrepreneurship field?
At the earlier stage of your entrepreneurship, it's like you have to give. I'll start with a job. Job is like you have 8 hours, 9 hours shift, 10 hours shift max. You from that you come home, you go to meet your friends, chill out, you do all things you can do, what all you wish for. You have a particular savings coming in your account every month because you are working. So that is the one relief life. You can say that, Baba, okay, I'm working like 9 hours, then I'm having my moment, I'm having my time, and I'm enjoying my life. Entrepreneurship is like you have to give your everything. It's not like, Baba, chalo, okay, I'll work for 8 hours, then I'll go home, I'll chill out. It's like at the initial stage, you have to give your everything. It's all your 24 hours you have to dedicate to it. All you can do is like go ahead with that. You go with the plan. You keep on planning. You keep changing your plan. If one plan doesn't work, what is the next plan you can build up? So it's like it will keep on coming to you, it will keep hitting you, but you have to defend yourself and you have to go ahead, no matter what.
Yeah, so like mostly people always think like if they face rejection or if they are not into that thing, so they just think of quitting the things. They never think like if they're into a job, so they have to work for someone else and that too for a span of time. But if they are into entrepreneurship, they have to work for themselves and the limit is like
There is no
for the
limit.
officers you have a nine
There
to
is no
five.
limit.
Yeah.
As much as how much
Yeah,
as
like
much as
when
you
you
can
are,
give in, it's it will be fruitful for you.
yeah, the more you work for it, the more you get over there.
Right.
So here comes my next question. Like this one from the beginning, whenever people go to Instagram and these social media sites, they always think like entrepreneurship is something which will lead them to a lavish lifestyle, which will give them all the basic necessities and the luxuries of life. So according to you, is this entrepreneurship related to overnight success, or is it all about hard work which you do and over the time?
I will say you get an overnight success if you are working hard before that. So if you are giving your best, you are giving your all at the start, you will get the success. Not if it's not tonight, if it's not tomorrow night, another day it will surely come to you. But you will have to be like work hard and you have to give yours everything.
So my next question is, in India, parents always see entrepreneurship as something which is a bit risky as compared to job. Like if I was getting into a job, it is more secure than entrepreneurship, or if I'll be getting into my own venture. So like, what are your views about it? Like if someone is getting into entrepreneurship journey, so what things should he keep in mind so that he would not have that risk factor or he would not be that scared about that thing?
See, being an entrepreneur, it's like you will get many people in your life who will say, "Mama, job is better than doing risk everything and start working on your own because you are getting a salary. It will keep on increasing every year." So people are like, why to take a risk? So there are a lot of people who will try to tell you those things. Maybe they are your parents, maybe they are your neighbors, maybe they are your relatives, maybe they are your friends. Anyone can be. Okay. It's like if you trust yourself and if you are believing in yourself that you will go as a positive, even if you think take negative points from all around you, and still you are able to cross that and be positive and cross that line, then I think you should go ahead with that. But if you have a little bit of like conscious or you are little bit not sure about what you are gonna walk, path you wanna walk, so that will be very much difficult for you to go because it's like you can't walk that path as long as you are not sure about it. Even if people are saying, "Ki Baba, don't do that. You should think about job only," but you are sure that it will work out for you, and you are so sure, then I'll say that you should take that risk. You should go ahead with your plan. You know what you have learned, what you
Yeah.
can achieve, and what how much efforts you can give. No one, not even your friend, not your best friend can tell that to you, because what they have learned is something different. What you have learned is something different.
Yeah.
Like my friend has done an MBA. He's working with a company. He's doing all that. Did my diploma. That when I was learning that time, there was no colleges giving degree certificate for the animation or creative designing and all. So that time I had to go with a private institute. So what I learned and what they learned is totally different. But what we both are doing is also totally different.
Yeah, exactly. We should have trust in what we had made and what we had planned, because our plans is something which we had made and we should have trust in that as well. So my last question for
Yeah.
the interview is that if you get an opportunity to go back into the time, so what is that one thing which you would change before starting your venture? Like there might be something which you ever wish, like if I could go back, so I could have changed that thing.
I'd like to go back in time in 2007 and start my setup that time, because that time I didn't took that initiative. Maybe I was not that confident myself. That's why I thought I told you. If you're not confident in walking your path, then you shouldn't walk that path. So that time I didn't took that path, and I regret not starting at that time, because if I was starting it like 10 years back, it would have been something different right now. But I'm not regretting that. I'll always feel that I would have started that time, but I'm not regretting, because I have eventually started, and I'm very much happy in doing it right now.
Yeah. So entrepreneurship is something where you have to take the responsibility of yourself and your team. Like you are responsible for each and everything which occurs to you and to your venture and to your team. So like how do you see yourself after in the coming 5 years? Like what are your growth perspectives and what are the perspectives of Pixonic in the coming 5 years?
I say we are planning to develop more technology-related services, like 3D upcoming services are 3D mapping and 3D projection. These two we are doing an research and development. We are doing the R&D work right now. So we want to develop our team in such a way. We want to develop our company and our team members, and also we want to grow our company in the manpower, so that we can capture more projects and become one of the recognized technology companies in India.
I hope like you attain each and everything which you have planned and my best wishes are with you. So like
Thanks a lot, Nilesh.
we are done with the interview for today. Thank you so much for giving your precious time and being with the Jolly Studio. Thank you so much, Nikhil.
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me. It
Yeah.
was really pleasure to meet you and like, have an interview with you.
We also came to know about much interesting facts, interesting thing which one should keep in mind before jumping into this entrepreneurship journey. Like these things will literally help the people and help the newcomers over there to just wait, think, and then execute their plans instead of just jumping into this industry. So thank you so much.
All right.